morning, and thank you for coming to Story Hour with Book and Puppet Company. My name is Andy, and today we're going to be reading the true story of the Three Little Pigs. And there's the wolf. This is the true story of the Three Little Pigs, and it looks like there's somebody writing lines on the... I think he might be somebody who's in prison. It says, the true story of the Three Little Pigs by a wolf, as told to Jon Scieszka. Rhymes with fresca. Illustrated by Lane Smith. Rhymes with Smith. A wolf's story of how he was framed has become a picture book classic.
Hi, Mr. Andy.
Hi, Dahlia. Do you know about this story of the true story of the Three Little Pigs?
Yeah.
There's the wolf. This is not the regular story of the Three Little Pigs, by the way. This is the true story of the Three Little Pigs.
Is that the one where the wolf declares himself the winner?
Everybody knows the story of the Three Little Pigs. Or at least they think they do, but I'll let you in on a little secret. Nobody knows the real story because nobody has ever heard my side of the story. I'm the wolf. Hey, was that your dog back there?
My dog is sleeping.
Oh, I thought I heard a woof. I thought maybe that dog with its woof was commenting on the fact that this story is told by a wolf. I guess that Dahlia's dog is not going to be coming on screen quite yet. I'm the wolf, Alexander T. Wolf. You can call me Al. I don't know how this whole big bad wolf thing got started, but it's all wrong. See, look. See how nice he looks? He looks extremely nice. Maybe it's because of our diet. Hey, it's not my fault wolves eat cute little animals like bunnies and sheep and pigs. That's just the way we are. If cheeseburgers were cute, folks would probably think you were big and bad too. Dahlia, would you like to eat this cheeseburger?
No, it's too much.
I know, and look what it has inside of it.
A mouse.
And look what this is inside of it.
A bunny.
Well, what are you going to do if it has a mouse and a bunny? Oh, I think there must be a sheep under here, but you can not quite see it very well. But, like I was saying, the whole big bad wolf thing is all wrong. The real story is about a sneeze and a cup of sugar. This is the real story. Way back in Once Upon a Time, I was making a birthday cake for my dear old granny. And look, there's the wolf, and he's making a birthday cake. And look, he's got all the regular things that he put in it, like, I don't know, this old thing. Look, there's a broken egg, and there's some milk in this pitcher. And look what's already in this bowl. Hey, look what's in this bowl.
A bunny.
Ah! And there's a picture of his granny. And that looks like the granny in Little Red Riding Hood, by the way. So I walked down the street. to ask my neighbor for a cup of sugar. Now this neighbor was a pig. And he wasn't too bright either. He had built his whole house out of straw. Can you believe it? I mean, who in his right mind would build a house of straw? So, of course, the minute I knocked on the door, it fell right in. I didn't want to just walk into someone else's house, so I called... Do you remember what he calls? Little pig! Little pig! Where are you? No answer. I was just about to go home without the cup of sugar for my dear old granny's birthday cake. See, there's the cup. That's when my nose started to itch. I felt a sneeze coming on. Well, I huffed and I snuffed. And I sneezed a great sneeze. Choo! Oh, wait a minute. Oh, look at this. There's his sneeze. Look, his bow tie came off. His glasses fell off. And do you see anything flying over here inside of the house? That is definitely a pig's bottom with a curly tail. And you know what? That whole darn straw house fell down, and right in the middle of the pile of straw was the first little pig. Dead as a doornail. He had been home the whole time. Look how surprised a wolf is that there's a dead pig there. It seemed like a shame to leave a perfectly good ham dinner lying there in the straw. I mean, don't you think it's a shame to leave it just lying there? It's a perfectly good ham dinner lying there in the straw. So I ate it up. Think of it as a big cheeseburger just lying there. Wow, he just ate it. I mean, it was already dead, so... Is that immoral? I mean, it was okay, right? I was feeling a little better, but I still didn't have my cup of sugar. So I went to the next neighbor's house. This neighbor was the first little pig's brother. He was a little smarter, but not much. He had built his house of sticks. Look at this damage that he did to the local forest. He sawed all the trees down, but he definitely got enough sticks to build his house of sticks. That looks like a much more sturdy house. I rang the bell on the stick house. That's the bell. You can see there's the pig is inside, looks like with doing some painting, and there's outside the window you can see the wolf's tail when he's ringing the bell. Nobody answered. I called, Mr. Pig! Oh, Mr. Pig, are you in? He yelled back, Go away, wolf! You can't come in! I'm shaving the hairs on my chinny chin chin! Oh, I see. It's a shaver. I thought it was a paint roller, but it's actually a shaver. And there's his shaving bowl. He's shaving all these hairs on his chin. I suppose the wolf will probably go away, right? Because the pig said he should go away. Probably this is the end of the book. I guess we should stop reading now. Well, he said he should go away. Well, all right. You want to turn the page? Okay, thanks. I had just grabbed the doorknob when I felt another sneeze. Oh, you're right. It was not the end. I felt another sneeze coming on. I huffed. You want to huff? And I snuffed. And I tried to cover my mouth, but I sneezed. A great sneeze. Oh, look at this. You can't help it if you sneeze, right? I mean, sneezing is something that you cannot help. Okay, let's sneeze the great sneeze. Achoo! And you're not going to believe it, but this guy's house fell down just like his brother's. Oh, no. See, there's the sneeze and the house and the flying pig. Oh, no. When the dust cleared, there was the second little pig, dead as a doornail. Wolf's honor. Wolf's honor. It was an accident. It was all a mistake. It got squished by its stick house. Now you know food will spoil if you just leave it out in the open. So I did the only thing there was to do. I had dinner again. Think of it as a second helping. I was getting awfully full. What did he do? What's that mean, he had dinner again? He ate the pig? This is very bad. Think of it as a second helping. Ugh, I was getting awfully full. But my cold was feeling a little better. And I still didn't have that cup of sugar for my dear old granny's birthday cake. So I went to the next house. This guy was the first and second little pig's brother. He must have been the brains of the family. He had built his house of
bricks.
I knocked on the brick house. No answer. I called, Mr. Pig! Mr. Pig! Are you in? And do you know what that rude little porker answered? Get out of here, wolf! Don't bother me again! Why do you think the pig said that? Oh no. Talk about impolite! He probably had a whole sack full of sugar and he wouldn't give me even one little cup. There's the other pig looking out. There's his eyes looking out of the window. He probably had a whole sack full of sugar and he wouldn't give me even one little cup for my dear sweet old granny's birthday cake. What a pig! I was just about to go home and maybe make a nice birthday card instead of a cake when I felt my cold coming on. I huffed and I snuffed and I sneezed once again. Then the third little pig yelled, and your old granny can sit on a pin. Ooh. Ooh. Sit on a pin? Ooh. Ooh. Now, I'm usually a pretty calm fellow, but when somebody talks about my granny like that, I go a little crazy. And there he goes. He just keeps sneezing. Achoo! 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 When the cops drove up, of course I was trying to break down the pig's door. Here come the cops. See, the police are coming. And the whole time I was huffing and puffing and sneezing and making a real scene. And here's reporters, too. And, there's a big fire coming out of the chimney, so I guess he's not going to be able to get in that way. This house looks like it has an opinion, too. It almost looks like a person. The rest, as they say, is history. And check out this newspaper. It says, Big Bad Wolf. And it has a picture of the wolf. A.T. Wolf, big and bad. And it shows how very bad. The news says he was bad. Wolf, I'll huff and I'll puff. See, the newspaper is called the Daily Pig. The news reporters found out about the 2 pigs I had for dinner. They figured a sick guy going to borrow a cup of sugar didn't sound very exciting, so they jazzed up the story with all that huff and puff and blow your house down. And they made me the big bad wolf. That's it. That's the real story. I was framed. See, he wasn't big and bad. He was a nice wolf. But maybe you could loan me a cup of sugar? Look, he's in jail. That's not fair. Look, the pig runs the jail, and it says, pig pen. Oh, it looks like he's in a pig pen. What do you think? According to your opinion about the situation, was this wolf guilty of anything, or was he framed? Think that he did the bad thing? I don't know. It's hard to tell. Sometimes the newspapers do make things up, but I'm not sure who's making something up. That is the true story of the 3 little pigs. Okay, I think we have time for another story. Let's have this. Do you think we have time for one more story? Okay, let's have a story that is not very long, though. It has to be long, but interesting.
A long book?
What's that? Okay, how about we have In the Attic. This is a good dreamy book. In the Attic by Hayao Oram, with pictures by Satoshi Kitamura. Dahlia, do you have an attic? Do you have an attic?
No.
When you go up through the ceiling,
I do have an attic.
and there's like, it's kind of dark up there, and sometimes people keep things up there. I don't know if you keep things up there or not. And here comes the story.
A desert?
A desert? No, you don't have a desert, but you do have an attic.
An attic. Sometimes people keep things in the attic. It's up above the ceiling.
It's in the roof.
You could go up.
Up above the ceiling in your room.
Here he is. You can see he goes up on a ladder into the ceiling in the room. Through the hole into the attic.
It's dark.
It's very dark. And here comes the story. I had a million toys. Look at all these toys this kid has. This is an unbelievable amount of toys that this kid has. This is extremely a lot of toys. But I was bored. So I climbed into look, there's a hole in the ceiling. The attic. Whoa. This is quite a dangerous thing to go up this ladder into the attic. The attic was empty.
He's feeling sad.
He does seem to be feeling sad. The attic was empty. Or was it? I found a family of mice. Squeak! Look at what all the mice are doing in the attic. They've got... Do you see what the mice are doing? Oh!
Big cat.
Oh, a cat is there too. And a cool, quiet place to rest and think. Whoa. That's in the attic too? I met a spider and we made a web. I love this picture. I think he's starting to use his imagination. There's pyramids in the attic. I opened windows to other worlds. It's almost like he's on the roof now. Or like the attic is like flying over the earth. Like the attic is like a flying carpet. I found an old flying machine and I made it work. Now he's really flying with his attic. This is over a city. That looks like the Cathedral of Notre Dame. I went out to look for someone to share what I had found.
Oh, he's feeling sad.
I know, because nobody else is there to play with him. And I found a friend who I could talk to. This is an unusual friend.
Well, tigers are not nice.
But this tiger's talking in tiger language and he's talking in some kind of tigery symbol. It looks like they're talking okay. This tiger does not look mean. My friend and I found a game that could go on forever. But it was time for dinner. Let's see, they're playing some kind of game. And it looks like it has a dice. I don't know whether it's checkers or what game it is. But it was time for dinner. So I climbed out of the attic and told my mother where I'd been all day. But we don't have an attic, she said. Wait a minute. But we don't have an attic, she said. I guess she doesn't know about the attic. She hasn't found the ladder. What? Do you know what happened in this story? I guess that he had to, I'm going to go back here. See, look at this ladder. The ladder came off of his fire engine. I guess it was an imaginary attic the whole time or something. Or maybe it was a real attic that was just there by magic. Because his mother said, we don't have an attic. Sometimes kids know things that grown-ups don't know. And that is the end of the story. It's the end of our stories for today. So we read the true story of the three little pigs. And you have to say, what really happened? And then in the attic, and you have to say, what really happened? These are both stories about something that, what really happened? But they're very good stories and good pictures too. And thanks for coming for Story Hour. I hope you have a good day.